And we're off. It's 9:30 on Tuesday, the 9th of October, 2018. Yesterday he was fine, but he's still under a bit of sedation. But yeah, it was I'll call it minor surgery, outpatient, so not probably not a big deal. But they want to make sure that he got home fine because every time they put you under anesthesia. But thank you for asking, sir. All right, S&P's rallying up to the highs. Dow's not following yet. Nasdaq still up near the pre-market high there, and the Russell sell-off. Oh, sorry, crude oil sell-off. Russell just gave a buy signal right here. It's got so much overhead resistance. I'm not sure I would buy that. Let's let things settle down a little bit. We're going to get a whole lot of movement today. A whole lot of movement going on. I'm stalking the Dow. Yeah, any surgery is a big deal because anytime they put you under. I'm looking at the Dow to break 47. It does have some support at 36. The Dow has been the strongest index out there so far. Probably not the one to be trying to short. We have a NASDAQ 10 Unirenco sell signal below where we're at the moment. It reiterated on a 10 Unirenco as well. Oh, sorry. Well, that was fast. Hit target one and then bounced. That it's target one on an 8. Be very careful with the NASDAQ. It is very, very volatile at the moment. On the 10 Unirenco, we're looking at it had a 38 risk. On this one, we've now got 34, and on that one, the risk was 38 again. So, very volatile unless you can stand the heat. All right. Nasdaq's in rally mode now. A little mini breakout. Let's see if it does a zigzag here for us, or if it just continues. Trying to figure out whether it wants to go to 7,400. That's a nice round number. Dow still in chop. A little bit of a breakout here in the S&P. It should drag the Dow with it. We're We're within an eye shot of the 7,400 on the NASDAQ. We are up at a swing level that was marked from a couple days ago. There goes the Russell breakout. Let me show it here. Let's take off the 15-minute. Let's put it on the 6. And that's what you can see. NASDAQ gave us a continuation pattern here on the 8. I have it on the 10 and it did a little bit before that. We're above 74. Let me show you the 10 unit Renko. There we go on the 10. Dow's just giving a short signal right now. Let's see what Dow does below 435. It's really in chop if you look at the moving averages chop here until we actually get a established lower. And there it is. Will this thing bounce off of that area, zigzag across it? I don't know. S&P's try to sell off. We're at that primary pivot. I would expect that we do some reaction there. Yeah, 431. Let's see if we can bounce up to say like 430, 443 or 445. Doesn't look like it wants to bounce. The Dow here. NASDAQ's up at the highs. Russell's near the highs. Dow's going lower. S&P's near the highs. We're pulling back. This is okay. Next stop for Dow is 419. There's our bounce to the Dow. There was a little bit of support off to the left, but not a lot. Russell's doing a little bit of a little intraday J hook here. Move up, pull back, move back up. Does need to follow through and get above 1638.4. Probably needs a little more juice and momentum to get to going up there. Consolidation pattern in the NASDAQ. Potentially a continuation pattern in the S&P on a 2-minute. Continuation on the Dow forming. If we break lower, below, I guess 415. There we go. There was no way I was going to enter up here. Possibly could have entered it below 38. Trying to be patient today. And Dow's coming into major congestion area in a pre-market where we had kind of chop. This over here. So I suspect that it'll either bounce a little bit here or pause at some point. The measured move on the Dow says 380. So let's see if it gets there. Within 10. All right, NASDAQ looks like it wants to go lower. We hit 380 on the Dow. Sell off on the S&P coming. There comes our bounce reaction in the NASDAQ. As it hit target 3, extended a fraction, and then it hit basically the midpoint and the primary pivot. We're not getting a whole lot of trend going on here. Russell's trending lower. Well, maybe we're still at potential chop. Grind lower in the Dow. S&P on a 2 minutes flip-flop it around. We're less than 15 minutes into the market, guys and gals. Let's see what the NASDAQ does here, whether it forms a higher low and breaks higher, going back up towards 7,400, or rolls over and goes lower and retests the low of the day. Looks like it wants to go higher. See what happens when it gets back up to 74. Well, got 7,400 on the NASDAQ. Let's see if it breaks above that. And it's pulling back.
Order pending.
Well, I missed it. I was trying to buy around 74.01. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't. I was looking for a run to a 12. All right, got a short signal of the Russell. The Dow's following through to the downside. S&P selling off. We've got a sell signal right here at 81. These markets are totally confused. They're scared. Probably being driven by the black boxes a lot, guys. Humans don't make these kinds of quick bounces and reversals, and it's all being led by the black boxes right now. So we have to be careful. The short hit in the S&P, Dow's going lower, big time. Russell and Nasdaq also lower. Nasdaq's bouncing right at primary pivot. Got another short signal in the Nasdaq, but we're pretty close to a double bottom area, possible double bottom area. After such a big sell-off, they'll at least test it, see if the bulls are ready to stand up. There's a bust lower. Let's see if we get follow through or if that's just a head fake. Well, there was a continuation candle on the 8. Momentums don't say that it's going to blow out to the bottom, but you never know. Dow's trying to rally a bit, having a lot of trouble. All right, there's a belated long in the Nasdaq. I probably would feel better if I went over 86.
Order pending.
I'll put in a buy stop for one contract because of the volatility. looks like the S&P's trying.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Target
I
filled.
couldn't move it fast enough. Okay. All right, we're in the green. I was trying to move it up to target 395. And, I had it and I was dragging it and I hadn't let it go yet. I like having a lot of views of the world and being able to trade with a lot of different folks. I don't necessarily want to trade by myself, and then I also like to hear different views and different perspectives on the world. Nobody has a total stranglehold on what's going on. This is a very, very diverse market. All right, we did a zigzag here, and looks like we're probably going back up to maybe 7404 in NASDAQ. Maybe not. The R squeeze is pulling back, so. Oh, NASDAQ's behind again. It didn't give us a warning. Absolutely there, John. But the only thing you can do in kind of a wishy-washy market, although these things are fairly wide ranges, we're talking 50, 60 points here. Reduce the size and maybe get closer to a scalp, take a quick, not scalping, but quick profits. Kind of like I did there. Not looking for a major run, but just long enough to make some money. But yeah, I mean, you're doing the right thing. I'm probably pushing it a little bit. It's 9:53. We're only 23 minutes into the market, folks. Russell's trying to do a bit of a rally here. S&P back into chop, Dow back into chop. Let's see what Russell does if it can get up to 1635. We never got to 7,400 in the NASDAQ. We got to about 90, 97, 96.75. We're back up there again the second time. $99, 7,400. But it did take a little bit of going zigzagging to get there. High of the day was 7404. Well, actually it wasn't. It was a little higher than that. It was 7414, but the last swing was at 7404 and a half. Yep, back to 88 again. You see, we keep making all these round trips. Dow's in huge rally mode, if you look here. Thanks, Sean. Got a breakout buy signal at the NASDAQ on the 8-year Renko. Needs to get follow through though. Bit unlikely, really. The R squeeze and the momentum oscillators are a little bit on the extended side. Coming back up to a primary pivot in the Dow. We've got a buy signal up here on the S&P on a 2-minute chart. Let's look at a 3. And pretty much choppy, grinding, higher mode for the ES. ES trying to form a hammer there on the daily. NASDAQ looks like it wants to try to form a hammer as well. It's now, the NASDAQ's up 11 now. Dow's still down 115. Let's Dow turned into the weakest. NASDAQ seems to be the strongest today, but, or is at least weak. It is green, but that's a very good question, John. The top of what? I mean, depends on time frame. You're not buying at the top on a daily. If you look at a 15 or a 30-minute chart, you've got overhead resistance around 28.95. So again, I think I mentioned yesterday that 28.95 area was key to me. Get over it and hold it. It's still battling. But you have a very, very good point. It would be buying the top on the time frames that we are trading. If I look at an hourly chart, I also still see that 28.93 to 95 level in the S&P. Dow poked its nose above the primary pivot. NASDAQ consolidating, but is it going to consolidate and drop out? All right, coming up on 10 o'clock, possible reversal time. S&P went long above what? 88.5. There's the NASDAQ going. S&P's battling 28.90. There it is. Got about 5 points to go there. Hey Pablo, how about them Dodgers? They don't play again until Friday, so I have a chance to rest. My guess is they go with Kershaw. He'll be working on 6 days rest. Well, they did. They did go with Ryu the other day, but that was because they were trying to push Kershaw back to a 5 day rest. And by pitching him the first, we get him pulled back in the Nasdaq. Russell and Dow, we get like kind of a shooting star in the S&P. They'll also give him a chance to possibly get 2 or 3 appearances for Kershaw in the series. We're 10:03. We haven't got our reversal yet. Remember what I said? We got a 9:35 reversal period. Is that one of my? What time did we top out here? I think you're going to have trouble with the. Not me. Did you, John? We could get a breakout, but we have, if we do, there's going to be time. Yeah, no way. Well, I don't think our guys would do that. Short term looks a little toppy. The odds are, it's not a high probability trade. Let's put it that way. You're absolutely right. Nasdaq's pulling back. Watch. We're kind of in chop at the moment. The 10-year Renko's giving a sell signal, which is, I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I have no earthly idea why I'm yawning so much. Watch the Dow break it below 450. A key psychological level. Getting awfully close to 450 here. I think Pablo, John. I think Pablo is showing his 2888 is kind of his pivot. Nasdaq sold off at hit target 3, and then some. Ah, that's for VJ. Gotcha. Well, looks like we're doing a zigzag lower of the Nasdaq. Russell's selling off a bit here. Pulled back into chop. S&P tried to pull back a little bit. What's crude doing? Crude's still grinding lower. Down to 74.30 now. Got a sell signal in the Nasdaq. Be kind of tough. Possible double bottom area.
Order pending.
Well, put in a sell below the lows in the Nasdaq. I don't really believe it.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Stop filled.
Had to stop pretty tight. Should have gone with my gut feel. The momentum and R squeeze were not favorable.
Order pending.
We could get a rally here. Doesn't look all that promising for the Nasdaq yet.
Order canceled. Order filled.
Hope the snow's on the other side again. Need to get below 86. And battling with 86.
Stop filled.
Yeah, after all that, I didn't get very much. Yep. I can totally agree with that, John. Okay, 10:15. Nice rally in the NASDAQ, but it's got to get over 74.02. It's been over 74 a couple of times. Excuse me. Rally time in the Dow. Back up to the highs. There goes our S&P 78.92. We're not getting a lot of follow through though, Pablo. You have to remember that the overall daily trend on the NASDAQ is down. It's going to take a while to change that. It's like swimming. It's like swimming against the current. The tide is flowing out. Doesn't mean that there are any really nice counter trend rallies going though. You know Dow's in the chop when he gives for long and it flips to a short in 3 or 4 candles. Short the Russell now. Signal anyway. And another long signal in the NASDAQ right up there around 04.5, 05. Man, look at those retracements.
Order pending.
Well, the NASDAQ's trying to decide if it wants to get over 05.
Order filled.
Battling this 08 to 10 area to the left. Looking for about 20 to 25 ticks.
Target filled.
Okay. All right, I'm going to step aside for just a second. I need to take a short break. I'll be right back. Oh, I have something for you. Yes, I do. You want a? Okay, hold on. Hold on. You want a toilet roll? Yes. Come on. Let's go. All right, I see the rally happening when I stepped aside. It's all up to me. All right, lovely. I had to get a cup of coffee, even though it is decaf. Okay. Well, whatever it said, 28.95 in the S&P. Let me show you the hourly chart. That's what I was basing it on. Basically, a rally above that. We'll probably rally above, and then we got to come back and retest it to hold it, to make sure that really is support. So we could go 29 to 29.10 ish or something like that. Now we're talking hourly charts, so this could be, another couple of days before we find it out. I guess I left a little on the table on that NASDAQ trade, eh? Yeah. It ran for a little more than, yeah. It ran for 31.48.64, so 95 ticks if you'd have done two. But you would have had to take 40 ticks, 39 ticks of risk, so. I was only trading one contract. I hit my targets. Oh, Nikki Haley resigns as Trump to the United States UN ambassador. I don't know why CNBC says Trump's UN ambassador. It's the United States ambassador. Come on, guys. He's not the government. He's just the head. Yep. Time for a possible reversal at the bottom of the hour. I guess getting 29 ticks on that last trade in a single contract wasn't so bad after all. It just doesn't seem all like much. Well, 2,900. I did say 2,900 there, Pablo. But it's, I said 2908 or so, but yeah, 2,900 to 2,910. Yeah. 28.99 half so far is the high of the day. We're getting some pretty healthy contract volume in that one too. It's not just a weak rally. All right. NASDAQ hit the 64.35 level. Can I go to 74? This is 71. Well, you had it in you, Pablo. You just had to kind of get it together, and I'm glad to be a part of your success. But it's not, I mean, it's you got to do it. It's really up to you. I enjoy the. Well, if you could provide one, I would sure appreciate that. Send it off to. You send me one there, I'd sure appreciate it. I get more out of satisfaction out of helping people, really. Now remember, I've got a 2900 swing level here. Take your time, sir. I'm glad actually to have helped you. It was my pleasure. Is there any one thing, Pablo, that we've covered that helped you with that, or is it just a bunch of things? Nasdaq's in pulling back a little bit, but it was in pretty good rally mode from about 10:15, 10, 18, 19, something like that. And looking back in 2020 hindsight, okay, I think I probably brought out what was already inside you. Maybe giving you the confidence. All right. Remember we got right here in NASDAQ. Right there was about a swing level, right? We got a breakout, swing level. We got a continuation pattern. It didn't quite follow through all straight away and then broke out. So it kind of wobbled there. I think there was a 74.25 swing level to the left. Well, I do think I have a positive outlook on life and on trading, whether it goes well or not. And Nasdaq's pulling back. Dow's kind of stabilizing here. Get a little bit of a pullback in the S&P. And that old Russell. It's not going to be straight up here. Oh, I can't hide anything from you guys. You know that. You're too smart for that. I'm only doing the debriefing that I normally do myself anyway. If you don't admit your mistakes, you can't fix them, can you? Also have to admit your weaknesses and work on them. Why, thank you, VJ. I'm not going to be able to get my head through the door now. Well, that post-trade analysis document that I posted there, which has a link to the kind of a debriefing, that's how we improve and get better. Hello, buddy. Hey. What is it? Did you need to go out? Well, hello. Good morning, sir. How are you? Yes. The dogs are inside the house. I just pulled them inside. All right, take your bite. All right, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Everybody sit down. Sit. Can you go sit down, buddy? I just don't want you drooling on me. Lilo. Buddy. Stitch. Well, VJ, you say you're overly cautious. You're only looking to trade the ES, right? We haven't had. Oh, excuse me. I do apologize. We have not had a lot of trending going on. Let's go down to a 1 minute and see. We've had some movement and then backing and filling. There was a couple of things, but 3.5 points is 3.5 points, and this market being the way it's the volatility is the last couple of days, I don't question anybody being overly cautious. No way, because you got to be right, because it could rip your head off in a hurry with the way it's going. I just looked up and NASDAQ, it's 74.50. Holy molies. Is 74.70 in play here? Yeah, NASDAQ's getting a little bit long in the tooth here on a 15-minute chart. I assume that's 2,900, right? 2896 to 2,900, yeah. Hey, no problem. We all have typos. I sure hope it's not 2,000. The volatility is just still not settling down on NASDAQ. Okay, 1048. And if you did not know, Rick Sadler is having a public e-learning tonight at 8 p.m. here in room 3, no password required. I don't know what he means by trading at the beach, but, you know, okay. NASDAQ giving a short-term sell signal, but it's flipping back up, so. If it can get below 07, it's a continuation to the downside.
Order pending. Order filled.
Let's see if we can get any downside going on the Dow. Got to break that 500 level. It's awfully close to chop. Yeah, 26,500 is going to be key for me, and the first target's going to be around 87 area.
Target
There's
filled.
target 1. Then go waste stitch. Go on. With the break even plus 1. Let's see how far we can get down here. Gonna run into some support here around 82. Momentum is down. Our squeeze is okay down. Give it a little bit of room here around 80. Not gonna give it a lot of room. Gotta get below 80. Okay. Let's do 76. Don't want to do a round number or a 5 number. So I was on 2475, 26 475. So I moved it to 476. It's not going to get down there. Just go. Our squeeze is getting a little bit long in the tooth, and momentum's still good. All right, one more push. 80 down to 76. Come on, you can do it. 3, 2, 1.
Target filled.
Okay. All right. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. All right, and what it was doing, we can show this over here. I'm sorry I didn't blow up the chart. Is we're getting into this congestion area to the left, so I was really kind of pushing it to see if I could get that full target, but all right, we're coming up on 11 o'clock. I have to check in on my son, see how he is doing physically after his surgery, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Let us know if there's anything we can do for you. Okay, he's doing fine. He's going to class this afternoon. Oh, Dow continues lower. I left some money on the table. Yeah, it looks like the Dow's trying to bounce again. It's done that a couple of times. He has spit the bit at 0-0. Round numbers. And for me, a round number, the big round numbers are 0, 25, 50, and 75. Then, if you notice what I did on the Dow short, I wouldn't put anything at a 0 or a 5. Wow. Dow keeps going. The trailing stops about right where I sold it at 71. No, I sold it at 71 or 76. 76. Wow. Not sure I would have given it that much of a chance. Ah, okay. We're following those Europeans, eh? Nasdaq is at a crucial juncture here around 25. Going forward, try to see how often prices congregate and either bounce or rotate or whatever around 20 those numbers, those big round numbers. There's 450. We hit 500. We don't have the Europeans to drag around. Is that what it is? Oh boy. You would. You're not gonna make it break 0-0 this time. Dow going lower. Kaboom. Left 40 ticks on the table there. We're down to primary pivot. Dow did not really react to the 5-minute opening range. It kind of wobbled a little bit, but it really didn't move anything. All right, take care, Pablo. I'm going to be calling it a morning here in just a minute, and then I'll pick up in the afternoon. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade anymore, though. We'll see. Got our first meaningful bounce in the Dow. Oh, sorry. Got our first meaningful bounce in the Dow right now. All right, I'm going to step aside. Rick and I need to have a quick chat, and I will see you guys back around 1:30ish. All right, take care.